I think we can do that. We have data on that.
Codex has no standard on community awareness.
You had more details on
Codex has no.
So what he's saying is that there is some international standard.
They have standard, but they have removed this standard. There was a standard on community awareness
In Codex.
in Codex, but it has been removed in 1991-93. Their clinical record is there.
क्यों हटाया उसको?
There's anti-business there. We can provide data of the data.
No, there will be definitely a record.
There is a record, but we will certainly see. But they have
You see, if it was removed, then let me assure you there would have been a scientific basis for removing it.
Yes, correct.
And that scientific basis would have come from JECFA and nobody else.
Yes.
And JECFA's report or monograph should be available on the JECFA website, and that information would have been presented in the form of a summary of the findings to the Codex committee, which handled this. There was a Codex committee at that time on cocoa and cocoa products that would have reviewed it, and then the commission would have taken a decision on this. So one can go back to that history and see why it was removed.
There is one more question, sir.
So one second, he is simply saying, if you have some information different from what he has said, make a representation.
So
he is willing to consider.
So there is one more general question. In any of the food derivatives which is allowed in one particular category, and it is not allowed in another food category, when that food derivative is safe for that food category, how it is unsafe for another food category? A very general question. I am finding that in the current regulation only, this antioxidant is allowed in several food categories.
You are talking of the existing standards.
Existing standards.
Oh, I thought you were talking of Codex.
No. But this antioxidant is not allowed in the bakery industry. Very simple question, and I have written through CIA.
But एक बात बताइए, ये स्टैंडर्ड जो है 1954 से आ रहे हैं, कभी चेंज किया ही नहीं है इसको। ये प्रॉब्लम जो आज आप बता रहे हैं, ये प्रॉब्लम 55 में भी रही होगी।
सर है, लेकिन अभी आपने मेरा आंसर दे दिया। नाउ क्वेश्चन की इंटरप्रिटेशन बाय द स्टेट अथॉरिटीज। When they are finding in the table 1, they are putting dash. This means it is not allowed in the bakery industry. But as per the rule 64, earlier 64, it is a carryover additive. But it is under 64.
carryover वाला है ये।
Under 64 BB, it is specifically prohibited in the particular industry, then you should not use. But I see the antioxidant is allowed to use in all the food category.
Sir, should I reply?
Yeah.
We have regulations 3.12 regarding carryover additives.
Okay.
But what is interpretation in your label? You have to tell clearly to the consumer what is carryover, what is ingredient. You are misrepresenting in your label as an ingredient. If it is carryover, then you have to, and our regulations is very clear. If it is allowed in some category, as you were, when you are using refined vegetable oil, refined vegetable oil allows antioxidants, and without refined vegetable oil, you cannot make a bakery products. It's very clear.
Correct.
So your label should reflect refined vegetable oil and carryover in antioxidant disease. Nobody can prosecute or nobody can raise objections. But most of the time, whatever labels we are getting in for imported products, that is the objection raising. Nobody is mentioning that is a carryover additives. But this carryover,
in Indian law,
it is in the law. You have book 3.12. You open up. It is allowed.
Mr. Goa, I will certainly sit with you in Mumbai and then we will discuss.
Anytime I will explain. So it is not a problem, but your label should reflect. It should not reflect as an ingredient. What is your misinterpretation? You are adding ingredients while preparing. It is a bakery products. It is a carryover additives. Carryover additives is allowed as per regulations. Language.